Yeah, so growing up, my dad being a coach, and I know how it is. I know this time of year comes around and, shifts start to be made. But overall, for me, as a player, you always, we tend to be a little selfish to think about ourselves. But thinking about Coach Mendenhall, and he's definitely going to be missed. But, I know wherever he goes, he'll be great. And for him, I know it's a great opportunity.
Tanner, this announcement affects you as much as any player on this team. What was your reaction? And secondly, is there a person you would like to see replace Bronco?
I think just like every player on the team, we all felt a feeling of sadness because Coach Mendenhall means so much to us, and not just for what he does on the field, but for how he helps us off the field. I was thinking about it, and he's been the coach since I was 10 years old, basically since I started watching BYU football. And to think about him gone is kind of a sad feeling because he's meant so much to this program and to this team and to me personally. So I'm going to miss him a lot, and I'm super grateful for the opportunity he's given me to play this year and for all the lessons that he's taught me. So kind of a pit in my stomach just because I'm going to miss him a lot. I haven't thought about who's going to come. For right now, we're still focused on the bowl. But I'm just very grateful for this opportunity I've had to be here with Coach Mendenhall, and he'll be missed.
Bronco said there was some anger in the room with both the players. A lot of emotions, but one of them was anger. Can you address some of your teammates and what you made out along those lines?
I think that anger can maybe be interpreted to just a feeling of, like I said before, how we're going to miss him, and I didn't sense anger. I felt a lot of sadness and respect, and Tom Homo mentioned before when he left, we all stood and applauded and told him we loved him and how much we appreciate what he's done. And talking to the guys after, we're all extremely appreciative of what he's done, and I wouldn't say there's any anger. I'd just say there's respect, admiration, and then the feeling of how much we're going to miss him.
Judge, how would you say today's news will impact as you prepare for the bowl game coming up?
One of the first things that I thought of after hearing the news from Coach Mendenhall immediately was, I can't wait to play in the bowl game because of how hard we're going to fight for this guy. That is something that will happen. There will be a new level of fight in us for Coach Mendenhall, and I can honestly say that there will be this game, no matter who we're playing, we want this guy to get that win. We want to send him out that way and to show him and this program how much we're going to miss this guy and really pay tribute to him through how we play. I really do think that he's done so much for this program, and there will be an added level of intensity, commitment this week. Of course, there'll be chatter, what's going to happen in the locker room, but when we're on the field for practice, and especially that game, there will be a new level of intensity and focus and commitment for him to send him off with a win.
Mitch, would you like to talk for an opponent to put an exclamation point on it?
Like Coach Mendenhall said, whoever it is, the best opponent possible. There's great options. Yeah, of course, to kind of relive that rivalry with Utah would be awesome. I mean, it would be a special thing, and playing USC, Cal, whoever it is, would be awesome as well. But of course, the rivalry, keeping that here would be awesome to relive for sure.
Tanner, would you like to have any assistant coaches offensively stay?
Well, absolutely. How can I say no? I love Coach Beck so much. I had a chance to talk to him on the phone, and obviously that's another bummer that comes along with losing a head coach is the chance of losing other coaches as well. And I've grown really close to Coach Beck, and he's helped me a lot. And it'd be really tough to lose him as well. But it's the world we live in, and we don't have control over those things. We just have to do our best with whatever we have in front of us. And I keep saying it, but I'm feeling a lot of feelings of gratitude for the coaches and what they've done for me, both Coach Mendenhall and the offensive assistant coaches as well.
Tanner, next couple of weeks where the focus will be on this next game, but knowing going into the offseason that all of these things are around the corner, is it nice to just be able to zero in on a game at this point as opposed to, dealing with that uncertainty?
Definitely, like Mitch said, we're excited to play the bowl, and we're ready to get after it, start practicing, preparing for our opponent, and I'm excited for another chance to play, another opportunity to get another win, to get 10 wins. Not only get 10 wins, but Coach Mendenhall's 100th win. That's something pretty special. And so I'm personally very excited to start, focusing in on, we already have been this week, but just keep focusing on the bowl and get ready for this last game of the season and end it on a high note and end it the way that Coach Mendenhall wants us to end it.
Mitch, what legacy does Coach Mendenhall leave?
He has done a lot. He's a guy that you remember him, of course, by what he's on the field, all the wins he's had, the 10-win seasons he's had. But he's a man of faith. He won't put that second to anything, which is special to the players. We have return missionaries on this team, young freshman guys who the most important thing they remember from when they leave is what a man of faith he was and the type of guy he was, creating men and football players at the same time. He's done a great job football-wise, but when you look at that guy, you think of nothing but a man of honor, a man who cares about the people that came before him and honoring them, and a man of faith. And he's a guy that you want to play for. He's a guy that when you see him, you want to be clean-shaven. You want to look right because of the presence he gives and how he lives his life. And so it's something special that he can leave on a football team and 100 young, dumb kids that he can change. And he's done a great job doing it, and so we're going to miss him.
Bronson, you've been around him as much as any, a little bit more maybe than these guys just because of being on the defensive side. How would you answer that question just about Bronco's legacy?
Yeah. One thing I've always loved about Bronco, and especially in terms of defense, is he has his way and there's no way around it, and you have to go through a process, and that process is pain, hard work, getting up when you fall down, grit. I could go on and on saying these words that exemplify who Bronco is, what his defense is like, effort, and it's just been a joy being able to experience that process, and we absolutely love it, and grateful that he's been with us, and grateful for the things that we've been able to learn from him both on and off the field.
Bronson, just with how long you've been around the program, not even as a player so much, but just how long you've been around it, how is this program different or better after, going away in the post-Mendenhall era as opposed to before? How is this just maybe a better program?
Yeah. Bronco, he came in and changed everything, and where the program's at is great, and it'll continue to get better. And that's one of the great attributes of a great leader is when they leave, can the boat still sail? And I know Bronco is a great leader, and so I know this team, this program will continue to progress and really improve.
Tanner, from your perspective, as play is going to be moving on after the season. You just kind of alluded to it. What kind of qualities does a head coach need to have to move this program forward?
I think everything that Coach Mendenhall embodies, and that's character, that's hard work, determination. That's what he instills in us, and I have no doubt that whoever comes in will have those same qualities. This is a special place, so whoever it is, we'll be excited to play for, because we understand we play for a lot more than just football. Coach Mendenhall teaches us that, and that's something that he's instilled in me, is that football is more than just a game, but also that there's more to life than just football. Like over on the wall, the mission of BYU football has been and will always be to change lives through football excellence, and that's what Coach Mendenhall is all about. And so I have no doubt that the new coach who comes in will continue that, just because of the great opportunity that we have here at this great institution. So, like I said earlier, I haven't thought about that yet, but when the time comes, it won't change our attitude and our determination to keep fighting, to keep working. If anything, it'll inspire us more to honor him and to take what he's taught us and to apply that in our daily lives.
Mitch, was your friend Tanner, or not Tanner, Taysom Hill in the meeting, and if so, what was his reaction?
Yeah, we weren't in our normal assigned seating, so I don't know where everyone was. I don't know his decision. I don't know exactly what he's going to do. I'm a good buddy of his, and I'm sure we'll talk about a lot of things after the season. But I don't know. I don't know what his decision is. I didn't actually get to see him after, but no matter who it is, we got great players on this team next year, and that coach will be lucky to have this guy next year, and who are the rest of the guys on the team. This has been a special team in terms of leadership, and that's why we've been able to do the things that we've done this year so far. And whoever comes in next is very lucky to have, and we'll have a smooth transition because of the leadership we have on this team now. And so it'll be fun to see.